Good morning, my friends. It's morning here. I don't know when. I hope to have this video uploaded. It may be later this afternoon because I'm heading to my parents for Easter, and so, but I wanted to pop on because I haven't done a video this week, and I at least try to get one video in because it's one of my favorite things to do. And so yeah, so this morning I got up super early, 4:30 a.m. because I was like, okay, I'm gonna come in my room and I'm gonna work in my journal and I'm gonna video. And Pokey, my dog, has been up, barking at everything, wanting to eat, wanting to go outside, wanting to smell all the things. And so here I am, 45 minutes later, sitting down. But anyway, I'm here. I'm so happy I'm here. I hope you guys are doing well. And so let's let's get started. So I was going to just do like a journal with me and play time and story time with you guys because this is so much fun for me. And so one of the stories that, if you guys follow me on social media, you saw it last week. Was it last week? Or was it this week? Oh my gosh, this week has been a whirlwind, you guys. So this is the story involves, yeah, that's a skunk. And you know, in my head when it was happening, I was going, I have a die cutter sticker for that. So anyway, yeah, it was last week. This week has been just, that's cute. I saw, I made it awkward. I don't know where I got that from. That is hilarious. But yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just been, and you know, I remember this kind of happening beforehand. Anytime it gets the end of the school year, I'm curious how it's going to be because my daughter, graduates this year. And I'm just looking through these, kind of trying to see if there was something else I could play with. But anyway, every year, I know it's like so much is happening at the end of the school year. You know, they have all their last minute little everything, you know. She's in band, she's in 4-H, you know, so it's all the things that happen at the very end. So we have just been insanely busy. And then, so I, of course, am still playing in my journal, playing catch up. Haven't written a whole lot, but that's okay. I'm going to get there. I'm trying to prioritize me time. And that, like I said, that's why I was up so early, because I knew I was going to be going to my parents today, and I was like, well, if I get up really early, I can have a little bit of time to myself and play and film and talk with you guys and see how you guys are doing. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm ready for life to settle down, but at the same time I'm very grateful for everything that's been going on. It's been kind of just a lot of things going on as far as, you know, Brazos graduating. So just to give an update on that, you know, she has decided to go to a junior college in the fall, and which is great for our pocketbook for sure. And but she is applying for like scholarships. You know, she's very involved with a lot of things, and so she is you know, she's been working on that, but she's been very overwhelmed too, so I've been trying to help her, which makes me overwhelmed. But you know, we were down to like one computer in the house, and you know, with me and my business, I need it all the time, you know. And so she's been having to use it, which has put my schedule behind. I have mailed all the stickers out. I have gotten, just to kind of update you on, if you guys pre-ordered the Winnie the Pooh kit, that I got everything in. Now I'm just going to put the kits together. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to have everything mailed out by Monday or Tuesday of next week. So I am just really excited about that. But anyway, going back to the one computer, so she's having to use it. Anyway, last night we sat down and ordered her one. So And I tell you what, you know, it's just amazing how I really feel like God works in mysterious ways, because my husband was going to buy the computer, but you know, it's just not, you know, they're not cheap. And of course we want her to have one that's going to last through college. And we ended up finding one for online that they said was the best college one. It's a Dell. And so we were like, okay. Well, then that week we got a from our not our income tax, our escrow for our house. They overcharged us, so we got a little check which covered some of well, I would say half of the computer. And so it's just like, thank you, God. You know, we needed this right at the perfect timing. And so anyway, it's just, you know, it's just things are falling into place. You know, we're getting things accomplished and done. Okay, so this is a postcard I got. I'm part of Thrifty Day. If you guys don't follow her, she has a great YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram. She has a Patreon. She's very, very active in the journaling community and creative community. And if you want to be inspired, definitely go follow her. But anyway, I'm part of her Patreon, and so I got this postcard in the mail, and I just thought it was perfect. It's weird, not a whole lot happened today, but I am going to talk about how I'm not, when I write in my mind, I have this quote that I wrote down for this day, so I'm going to write that in here, and then I'm just going to talk about 92 degrees, you guys, in early March. I was cringing the whole day because I am not a hot person. I do not like summer. I live in a very hot state during the summer, and most of the majority, like, you know, I've been following if you guys have been here for a while, you know, I'm obsessed with Vermont. I went last year, so I've been following my favorite covered bridge in Waitsfield, Vermont all season, since I've been, and I've been like, okay, it's still cold there, you guys. Because I'm like, could I live here? Could I, like, you know, but it's still cold, and so I'm used to, yeah, 92 degrees. I'm not used to that. It ended up getting cooler, so I was fine with that. But yeah, anyway, so I was just really dreading that. And so that's going to be my story of the day. Oh, you guys, you want to see what I did last night? I played with stickers. That was so much fun. I saw, who did I see? I think I've seen several people, but just recently I saw somebody that did this. And they put a sticker that represented kind of the day. And so I had so much fun doing this. I went through my camera and my phone and looked at my camera to see what was going on that particular day, because of course I take tons of pictures. And I just put stickers that represented that day. And it's just fun. It makes a great little collage piece. You get to use your fun stickers. And, you know, stickers tell you a story, don't you think? And so, so yeah, that was so much fun. Okay, let's see here. I did have a page. Where's my skunk? Oh yeah, it's over here. Like I said, you can see I have quite a bit of journaling and stuff to do. Oh, here we go. Okay, so my skunk story. If you guys were not on Instagram, if you were on Instagram, you know it, but I'm going to tell you in full detail. Good morning. I'm filming. And so okay, so the full detail story. Okay, so we live out, you know, and actually this can happen anywhere. This doesn't necessarily mean that I live out where it's a lot of pasture lands and farmlands, etc. But this can happen anywhere, you know. So the other day I had come home. I had a rough day, and I have a day job, if you guys have been here for a while. And it's a very stressful time too. That's the other thing that's kind of a not fun time, is let's see here. I had a very stressful day at work. And so I'm going to draw a little bit here because I want to draw this favorite dress that I like to wear because it's part of the story. So oh my gosh, it was just like, and I get migraines, you guys, and I take medication for migraines, but I haven't had one in a while, or they haven't been as bad, but this was one that started on Tuesday, and by Friday, and they're tolerable in the fact that I take my medicine, my daily medicine for them, and then I also will take like Advil migraine. I have to take several a day, but I can keep it at bay, but it's constantly there. Does that make sense? It's like, it's not debilitating, but it's there, you know, like, you know, it's still there. And it's usually behind my eyes, and it just hurts so bad. So anyway, so this day, did I take off early? No. Wait, what day was this? No, I didn't take off early. But I wasn't feeling very good. I was very stressed. No, I'm sorry. Let me back up. The migraine happened the Tuesday after this Friday. So I've had it this week. That's what the deal was. Yeah. So this was last week. This was last Friday. And so I just had, it was just very stressful. And I came home, and nobody was home. And I decided I'm going to just veg out on the couch. Well, Pokey had been home all day by himself. That's his only day that there's not anybody here, because most of the time I work from home. But anyway, so I was like, oh good, I'm going to come home. I'm going to put on my favorite stretchy, this is what I'm drawing here, my favorite stretchy long sleeve dress that I have. It's made out of t-shirt material. And it's one of my favorite that I wear around the house all the time. And I heated it up in the oven. No, I did not do that. I heated it up in the dryer, and I warmed it up, and I was going, okay, and I took Pokey's blanket, because he loves his blanket warmed up, and so I took his blanket and I warmed his blanket up. And I said, we're going to sit down and we're going to veg out on the couch. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to do something. So we did that for a while. And then I was like, oh, I'm really hungry. And again, like I said, nobody was home. And it was going to be one of those nights that we just eat whatever. You know, whatever's in there, I'll make whatever. Well, I've been on this, like, my husband got me on this grit, G-R-I-T, kick, which is like, you know, porridge or whatever, kind of like oatmeal. Anyway, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make me a bowl of grits. It's going to be warm. It's going to be comforting. And so I was going to go in the kitchen. Well, I noticed when I was looking out the kitchen window, it opens up to the back. The chickens were out. We have 4 chickens left from everything. But anyway, I noticed that the chickens were acting weird. And so I was like, okay, well, let me feed them scratch. And in the meantime, I had been out to go collect eggs and all that kind of stuff. And so, and I'd taken Pokey outside and let him roam around and smell all the things and go potty and all that kind of stuff. And so I took him out, and, oh my goodness, I get to use my stamp. I just noticed this. And so I took him out, and, you know, we had vegged out for a little while, got my warm, cozy dress on, and I haven't used this, you guys, brand new stamp. It's funny, I bought one, and then my daughter's best friend bought me one, which I thought was so sweet, because it's Pokey. But, so I thought, okay, let me go ahead and feed the chicken some scratch, because they, oh, they're so cute, because they haven't eaten, you know, or I hadn't given them scratch, you know, and stuff. So I walk out there. Well, Pokey, like, immediately starts acting strange and sniffing like a madman. So I knew something was out there, you know, but I was thinking it could have been another dog. You know, we have the one dog that comes up in the yard all the time. Oh, I don't know where my brown marker is. Crayola to the rescue. So anyway, so he beelines it to the side of the house, and we have a fence that runs between us and the neighbor's property, and there's a big tree that sits there, and so he beelines it and it goes behind the tree. Well, I was like, okay, let me see what's going on over there. So I go over there, and sure enough, guess what comes out from behind the tree? Let me show you. We're gonna... Ta-da! Ta-da! I don't know if you guys can see. There's the skunk. And so, let's see. Oh, this was the tree, right? All I see is Pokey hauling booty, and the skunk with its tail straight up, right on his tail. Right behind him. You know? That was my response. Other than, oh my gosh, I hope that the skunk doesn't attack him, because what if, you know, in my head, my mom has always been like, they carry rabies, and which they do, and Pokey's treated for that, but I didn't know what to expect. I did not know what scenario was going to be going down. So, well, the skunk, I mean, I pull out my camera, because of course this is like camera, I have my phone with me, so this is definitely like, you know, above all, forget the skunk, forget the rabies, everything. We got to document it, right? That's what we do. No, I did. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to take a picture really quick. Well, it was on video, so ended up taking a video of Pokey running from, it was classic. And so the skunk sees me, beelines it. Then Pokey's like, oh wait, hi, you're turning around, you know, what are you doing? Let me come smell you. And I was like, get over here, Pokey, get over here. So anyway, Pokey goes inside. The whole house, oh my gosh, smells like skunk. Everything smells like skunk, because, you know, the skunk is like spraying probably every second while it's out there. So I text my husband, or I call him, and I say, hey, we got a situation. So he's like, okay, I'm on my way home. So anyway, in the meantime, Pokey's like having a fit to go outside because, you know, there is something new out there and he wants to go investigate it. And I'm like, no, 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 you can't go out there. And so anyway, I end up going out there to investigate to see if the skunk has left the scene of the crime. And yeah, it had. And so I let Pokey out. Well, the wind was blowing pretty heavily that day, and so the yard got cleared of the skunk smell. Well, Pokey, oh my gosh, did not. So he got sprayed. And it's weird because I didn't like clean him immediately, because I was thinking, well, maybe he didn't really get sprayed. You know, I was like, so my husband got home and like the yard was cleared of the smell, right? And so, but every time Pokey would walk by, we would go, oh my gosh, I smell skunk, I smell skunk. Well, it was him. Whew. So, long story short, I was texting a friend of mine, and then I forgot that we had used, at one point, we'd used tomato sauce, because someone said, use tomato sauce, it works, but also peroxide, baking soda, which makes sense because, you know, people brush their teeth with that, and dish soap. And that makes sense because we didn't have any Dawn dish soap, but we had Palmolive, and so I mixed that concoction, and I made like a real watery paste, you know, and then I just scrubbed him, and then of course I scrubbed him with his regular shampoo, and it got it out. So he wasn't a stinky skunky boy. I was so happy for bedtime, because you know the boy has come to where he sleeps in the bed with me and my husband, and so it's like, okay, okay, so anyway, that is the story of the stinky Pokey boy. I got this bag actually that I'm going to add to my journal, but I'm going to use it as a back too. I thought maybe this had, you guys, if you go to Hobby Lobby, this is a Hobby Lobby. Go down on the post, and I mentioned this a long time ago, but if you go down on the, what do you call it? Oh, there's more than one. There's a bunch of them in these packets. If you go down where the poster boards are, they have a ton of die cuts, you guys, like, because it's for teachers, so they'll have like a bunch of them on there. And I have bought them, and they're really inexpensive. And that's where I got this skunk at. They had like farm animals, they had all kind of stuff. So always check the school supplies, and you'll be surprised at what you can find. So I will document that whole story. I know that's a small space to document the story, but that is Pokey story. But like, for example, so say for like, you're like, oh well, that's not very much room, that sure was a long-winded story. But one of the things I will what I'll do is when I write this story, I want to do that a little bit more thicker, is probably start on this page, because this page is actually a outfit page. And you guys, I have had so much fun doing these. I started doing them a couple weeks ago, where I document me getting ready and what I wear, because I think what I wear is an extension of who I am, because I love to put outfits together. And so I started, I'm still getting used to how to do them exactly, but I created reels, you know, like on Instagram. And so I've been doing lots of outfits. So if you're curious, this is one of the outfits that I put together and wore, because I think getting ready and dressing and all that stuff is just an extension of who I am, you know, as an artist. And so, because I've always enjoyed getting dressed and putting fun things together, and I take something and repurpose it like several different times, but it has a different look to it, you know. So I've had so much fun doing that. And this was my rainbow day. And so what I'm going to do here is what I'm saying is how I can incorporate the 2 days is one of the things that makes getting ready in the morning for me for a day at the office is dressing cute, you know. It's like, if you feel fun and cute, then you're going to be fun and cute, you know. It's like I am very fortunate to be able to dress how I want to dress at the office. Do y'all remember that on, if y'all watched The Office? No. This wasn't The Office. This was Big Bang Theory. And Sheldon was supposed to tell the friends that Leonard's at the office, but he's somewhere else. I can't remember who he was dating, but he was like, Sheldon couldn't like tell a lie, and so he said, did something like, oh, Leonard is at the office. And so we do that all the time in our household, because we're just silly like that. But anyway, so that's why I said the office. But anyway, yeah, so it also keeps me in my frame of mind of my future, my plans for the future, you know, is creativity and being a full-time artist, you guys. So artist, journaler, creative entrepreneur. So I think that's what also keeps me grounded in that mind frame, because I had a job, so not to get into too much details, but I had a job where I had to dress professional. It was so depressing, you guys. Of course I wore color, but I mean, I can't, I'm just not business casual. Or to me, in my frame of mind, this is business casual for me. This is in my comfort zone. And for others are like, that's not business casual. So I've been having so much fun as an extension of my creativity. And yeah, so I also have been trying to add titles to my pages. And I'm going to do this one. It's going to be, I finally put all my Crayola markers together, you guys. And I'm loving this organization that I've done because I use these quite a bit. Actually, I use them a lot in my journals. Let's see here. These super tips are nice, but you know, that's what's cool about, that I love about Crayola markers, is you can almost use like, everyone has a purpose, you know, so, like these super tips are great for like doing bold, the thinner ones. My favorite are these clickable ones. I wish I could find them in like every color. Pink is kind of not very pink, but it works. Okay. And so then I'll come in here and journal this as well. And that can, what my story is, you know, on this particular page would be about you know, that wearing, just probably talk about a little bit of the stress, you know, and then moving into the story of Pokey. Okay, one more thing, and then I think I'll wrap this video up because I have to start getting ready to go do our Easter celebration with my parents. Oh, let's cut this bag up because that way we can get it in the books. In the book, we had gone to Denton this last week for work, for different work, not my creative business, but for my day job. So I was going to add this. This was that Tuesday. That's when the headache started. Yeah, because we went to this bakery, which was amazing. It's funny, me and my sister always go there as well. And so, if you're wondering about this cutout, that's one of the free printables that I got from Thrifty Day. So I'm thinking about you guys. This has been on my plate. Like, not my plate. I always envision my life kind of like a, you know, a lot of people do like a stovetop, you know, they're like, oh, it's on the back burner or whatever. But, you know, I do printables. I mean, I do sticker clubs, but I was wondering if and I've mentioned this several times, but I haven't in a while, coming, well, like having the printables instead of like shipping, because I know I want to open it up to international. I do ship some stickers to Australia, but I don't really have I would work with somebody on that, you know, if you want to ever message me and ask me if you're international. But I'm thinking about doing printables so that they are more open to everybody. Anyway, let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in having. But I think I'm going to give it a whirl and try it. I don't know when exactly, but that is on my goal list this year. So, all right, you guys. Well, that wraps up this journal session, and it's been fun. And you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.